Neil in the house, just in time. Welcome to Talking Fight fans, and here we go. Another great episode, Monday evening. What do you got for us, Neil? Oh, we got Neil underwater. More of these technical difficulties. Well, it's a great picture of Neil, I gotta say. He was just explaining his Guy Lafleur sweater in the background, his Gilbert Perreault sweater in the background, and behind his hand is a Winnipeg Jets sweater, and a hockey player by the name of Cronin the Barbarian. And maybe we'll get Neil back to say a few words about boxing. Maybe we won't. Maybe we won't. Well, maybe I've got 2 minutes to spend with you before Neil gets back on. Let's have a quick look at boxing news, see if there's any headlines I can relate. Anthony Joshua versus Kubrat Pulev, results, highlights. Okay. Frampton wants Canelo to fight Beterbiev at 175, says Plant could beat him. You there, Neil?
Yes, sir. How are you, Graham? I'm back. Sorry, guys. A little bit of technical difficulties there. I guess I don't know where I left off, but anyways, we'll just start with, hey, how you doing? Thanks a lot for everything, guys. The likes, the shares, the comments, the all-around love that you've been giving us over here. We absolutely enjoy every second of it. So bring it on. I'm really blown away by all this. So thanks again. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Awesome.
If you didn't notice, guys, Graham, I'm just going to show the viewers out there. I decided you guys have been so good that I'm going to change the wall of fame. All right. So I decided to bring out a few more of my friends. So over here we have Guy Lafleur, Montreal Canadiens. Over here we have Gilbert Perreault. These are some of my favorite players. And over here we have, of course, Mr. Winnipeg Jet, Teemu Selanne. So what can I tell you about those guys? We're talking boxing, but hey, I'm a sports fan, and I got my, my team's playing this weekend, Graham, as you know. We're going to take down the dog pound is going to be pounded into the dog house, and they're going to basically go home with their tails between their legs, and that'll be the end of them. So anyways, let's get back to the boxing here, Graham. So we're going to talk, guys. Again, thanks for everything. Keep her going. We're going to talk about another Canadian guy, Graham. So because it's a new year and things have changed, I really want to start giving some respect to the Olympic boxers and the Canadian boxers that have actually represented us over the years and have been retired for quite a number of years. And I just feel like I loved watching them, all of them when I was younger, and I never missed the Olympics or any of that stuff. So I saw all these guys fight many times. Anytime they were on, I was basically glued to the TV. So we're going to keep up the theme with the Canadian boxers, Graham. And tonight I'm going to talk about a guy who is one of my favorite guys because he's about my size, about my weight. I always thought, well, could I beat that guy up? I obviously not. But I was thinking about it. But we're going to talk about a Canadian kid here from Niagara Falls, Ontario. His name is Billy the Kid Irwin. That's Billy the Kid Irwin. The Kid was his nickname. He was born William Irwin. He was born May 20th, 1968. So he's a little bit younger than me, so to speak. He's a retired amateur boxer, and he fought in the lightweight division as an amateur, and then he turned pro and decided to he was in the lightweight division as well as the light welterweight division. And that was in the 90s and the 2000s, Graham. So anyways, he was one of the guys that I used to follow. He was in the Olympics for us, 1992, in Barcelona, Spain. I remember that fight distinctively. I was cheering you on, Billy, man. That was a tough one, but whenever you were there, man, you represented so awesome. You're amazing, man, and I want to thank you for everything. Right. So he had a pretty lengthy career. He turned pro in 1993. And he retired in 2005. So that's a pretty good career, Graham. What do you?
Yep.
Longevity, I guess, right?
Yep.
What would that be? 93, 2000, 12 years?
Yep. Good long career.
It's a pretty long career, So he definitely worked hard at it. Every fight I saw him in, he was in every fight. And we're going to get into that a little more here. And we'll give the viewers out there, guys, thanks for everything. Check out Billy the Kid Irwin. He's one of the great Canadian kids. The Flying Canucks, whatever you want to call us, right? He's one of the guys that every time I saw him, he gave 100%, if you know what I mean. He, even when, he took some pretty heavy beatings at times, but he was always laying the beatings himself. Like, he could take a punch and he could give a punch. So he was that kind of a fighter. He never backed down to people. He just basically went at him. He gave him the best he had. He stand toe to toe, middle of the ring. He had some amazing skill, obviously. And Billy, like I said, man, thanks. You're awesome. I'd love to have you out sometime, Billy, if you're out there in Talkin Fightland and you're checking out this thing we're doing on you. Give our producers a call maybe, or get one of your buddies to give us a call or something. And love to have you on the Neil the Deal show, dude. It's like Mike Strange and Stoddy and Sid and all these guys. You guys are like idols. I'm telling you, you're like, probably don't think it, but you actually are. You know what I mean? Like, we actually look up to you guys immensely. You represented us like year after year after year after year. So, and that's a lot of dedication, perseverance. Graham, it's not an easy lifestyle. Put it that way. Very regimented, So let's just go through a bit of his fight career. He had 48 fights total. I believe it's 48 fight total. He won 42 of them. So he's 42 wins out of 48 fights. So that would give him 6 losses. He had no draws. He did have 30 knockouts. So he had punching power. Out of those 42 wins, he knocked out 30 guys. So his KO percentage, knockout percentage, would be 62.5%, Graham. So he's over the 60% knockout ratio percentage, say. So anything over 60, I think, is professional. Like we keep saying, anything you're 60%, you're actually that's very, very, very good. So he had a hell of a fight. He only got knocked out once, Graham. So out of 48 fights, he got knocked out one time. That's impressive, Billy, man. I mean, somebody's got to get that fluky haymaker in there, or that fluky uppercut that you weren't looking at. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a fluke shot. It shouldn't have happened. But anyways, it shouldn't have happened. How do you get one knockout out of almost 50 fights, right? So the poor guy only got knocked out once. He probably didn't like it. I know what I mean, Billy. He probably said, well, I don't like that part. I don't want to do that anymore. So anyways, he had notable fights. He had a lot. We're going to go over his awards, a little bit of what he's been doing lately, but notable fights, Graham. 2 that come to mind. Big ones, guys. Just check these ones out. Everybody out in Talkin Fightland, all my fans. Guys, check this one out. Billy Irwin versus Paul Spadafora. All right. Great fight. Went the distance. That's all I can tell you. So you're not going to be watching for 2 minutes. And Billy was in that fight. Also, Juan Diaz. He fought a guy named Juan Diaz for the title. Those were title fights, Graham. I believe that Juan Diaz was WBA. Paul Spadafora was WBC. So pretty sure. We can ask Billy if he wants to comment. Billy, you're out there. Just make a comment or something. No, I'm probably wrong, but probably not. You know what I mean? So I understand, buddy, that recently you've been training. A lot of these guys, Graham, turn into trainers for amateurs, eh?
Yep.
Seems to be a trend, I guess, in that sort of thing. So that's great because obviously he's got amazing skill. I mean, it's his career. It's what he is. It's what he does. And he's giving back to the boxing community in the best that I guess he can under the circumstances, right? We're all under these circumstances, but he's still training kids, and he's doing it in an international field. I understand. He's not just doing the Canadian kids. He's got some international kids that he's training and coaching and stuff of that sort. And I know that in 2012, he had a kid who was named he earned an award, I believe. It was called the Best Youth Boxing Award of 2012. So the kids are responding to what he's, some of the kids are probably just a little more advanced with the response, but everybody goes at their own pace, you know what I mean? So, but he's training new world champions, Graham, which is which is something awesome, right? So a couple of awards he got over his career, which were very, very amazing awards, Billy. Congratulations on the awards. We're going to let the people know here, all the Talkin' Fight Neil the Deal fans. You won a bronze medal for us, buddy. Yeah, man. 1991 Pan American Games in Havana, Cuba. So he won a bronze medal for us in that international field. He also represented Canada at the 1992 Summer Olympics in Barcelona, Spain. Unfortunately, he lost in a preliminary match, but he represented well. He was up against a really tough guy. So, what are you going to do? It just happens. It's like in hockey. You get 80 shots at the goalie, but if you got a hot goalie, what are you going to do, right? You lose 2-0, right? What are you going to do? It just happens. That's all it is, right? He was also the Canadian Professional Boxing Council light heavyweight title. He won that. And he also won the IBO light heavyweight title. And he was also the WBC Continental America's lightweight title holder. So he won quite a number of titles, you know what I mean? And he also fought for world titles. So, I mean, the guy had a fantastic career, Graham. Like, really, I watched him all the time. He was like, I just love all the Canadian boxers personally. I don't know what to tell you, right? And I love the amateur stuff. That's just me because I never went pro with anything really. I'm just me, but so I can identify with being a pro, and it's amazing, right? To be able to say that you've retired and that's what you've accomplished, right? So, all to you there, Billy. Thanks a lot. Hopefully you can check me out. Come on out anytime, buddy. I'd love to have you. You're one of Canada's best. Come on. And we're going to give, I got a new one here, Graham. Well, let's try this out first one. Okay. So we're going to have this knockout meter. I got this thing I'm calling the knockout meter. So we're going to say, Billy Irwin, he's going to be the right uppercut right to the chin. You know what I mean? That right uppercut. Boom. Give him one of those, Billy, every time. Right uppercut to the chin. They don't get up after that, buddy. All right. Exactly. So we're going to talk a little bit more about what's happening later this week, guys. Thanks for tuning in again. Thanks for all the stuff. God bless you all for the shares, the likes, the comments, the subscriptions. Keep the subscriptions coming. We're loving every minute of it. Isn't that a song, Graham?
Yes.
Lover Boy or something? Was it Lover Boy?
Yes.
Loving every minute of it. Do, 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 do. Yeah, that one. Yeah. All right. So, so we're going to talk a little bit about what's coming up later this week. I have a bit of news for everyone. We've been graciously enough, we're going to have a fantastic guest on the show on Wednesday. So I'm just going to let you know, give you a heads up, get the kids around the old computer. They all have a computer, so they can't say they couldn't watch, right? They all have one. So get all the kids around the, computers, so to speak, and yourself, and get comfortable. And we're going to talk to a guy that I had an episode. What, we talked about him last week, did we not, Graham?
Yep.
Yeah, we talked about him last week. And he's decided to come on the Neil the Deal show. Thanks a lot. Looking so forward to it. It's going to be Mr. Sid Vanderpool is coming on the show on Wednesday, everybody out there. So Canadian champion, fantastic humanitarian, fantastic boxer, great family guy, all around fantastic guy. So come on out and see Sid and myself, and we'll be looking forward to seeing you there. So have yourself a good night, and we'll see you tomorrow night. All right? Take care of yourselves.
Great show. You going to take us out with the triple combo?
The triple combo, what on the new? I'm deciding what we're going to call it: the crushometer, the punchometer.
No, the triple combo. Like, share, subscribe.
Oh well, they all know that stuff. They know. Like, share, subscribe, guys. We love it. Thank you, Graham. You guys are awesome. Keep it up. The likes, the shares, and the comments. And we'll see you tomorrow night. All right.
Thanks very much.
Thanks for coming.